Today I am going to discuss how to determine the moment of the continuous beam with sinking of support. When sinking of any support takes place, how to find out the moments, that we will discuss today. Already you know that the analysis of continuous beam when all supports are at the same level. But here we will discuss when any one support is sinking, or what is the moment that you have to find out, and due to loading, what is the moment you have to find out. Then you have to find out the final moment. So already you know the application of moment distribution method to continuous beams that we have discussed in last class. What is first step? Assume all ends of the beam are fixed and find the fixed end moments. This is first step. Then what is second step? Calculate distribution factors for all members meeting at a joint. So you have to find out the distribution factor. So for this distribution factor, you have to find out the relative stiffness of the members. Then you have to find out the relative stiffness of the joints. Then you can find out the distribution factors. Then what is the third step? Balance a joint by distributing balancing moment to various members meeting at the joint proportional to their distribution factors. Do similar exercise for all joints. You have to go for the balancing a joint by distributing the balancing moment to various members meeting at the joint proportional to their distribution factors. Then the fourth step, that the carryover half the distributed moment to the far end of the members. This upset the balance of the joint. Then you have to go for the carryover the half of the distributed moment to the far end of the members. Then fifth step, repeat steps 3 and 4 till distributed moments are negligible. Then the next step is, then the fifth step, that repeat steps 3 and 4 till distributed moments are negligible. So you have to go for the balancing and carryover till the distributed moments are negligible. So the cycle of balancing and carryover that you have to continue till getting the negligible distributed moments. Then at the end, you have to take the sum of all the moments at a particular end of the members to get the final moment. At the end, you have to take the sum of all the moments. Then you have to find out what is the final moment. So these are the steps you have to remember. So this is the fixed end moments and distribution factor, then balancing moment and carryover the moment, then repeat the balancing and carryover. These are the steps that you have to remember. Then coming to one example, a continuous beam as shown in figure under the loading, support B sinks by 10 mm. Here you see this is the support B and this B support sinks by 10 mm. Support B sinks by 10 mm. Determine the support moments using the moment distribution method, and E is given 200 into 10 to the power 6 kilonewton by meter square, and I is given 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter cube. E and I value is given, and the sinking of support B is given 10 mm, and you have to do the analysis of this continuous beam. Here you see this is ABCD continuous beam. AB span length 4 meter, BC span length 6 meter, and CD, this is the overhanging portion and the length is 2 meter. And support A is fixed. On span AB, there is having a concentrated load at the midpoint of span AB, and on span BC, there is having the uniform distributed load throughout the span, and the intensity that is 10 kilonewton by meter. And at the free end, at D, at the free end that is at D, there is having the 20 kilonewton concentrated load. And the moment of inertia of span AB is given I, and span BC is given I. This is the moment of inertia, constant moment of inertia is given. What is your first step? So first step to find out the fixed end moments. First step to assume the ends of the beam are fixed, and you have to find out what is the fixed end moment. So first you take span AB, assume both end A and B is fixed, and you have to find out MFAB and MFBA. But on span AB, there is having the concentrated load at the midpoint. So what is the moment at the end? MFAB is equal to minus WL by 8. So W is your given 40 kilonewton and L is given 4. Minus 40 into 4 by 8. So this is your equal to minus 20 kilonewton meter. Then find out what is the moment here. MFBA. MFBA is equal to plus 40 into 4 by 8. This is plus 20 kilonewton meter. Then take span BC and assume the end B and C is fixed. Then you have to find out what is the fixed end moment MFBC and MFCB. So what is the moment MFBC? Because here having the uniform distributed load. So due to this UDL, what is the moment? MFBC is equal to minus WL square by 12. So W is given 10 kilonewton by meter and L is given 6 meters. So MFBC is equal to minus 10 into 6 square by 12. This is equal to minus 30 kilonewton meter. Then find out MFCB. MFCB is equal to plus 10 into 6 square by 12. MFCB is equal to plus 10 into 6 square by 12. This is plus 30 kilonewton meter. Then you have to consider this as a cantilever. This overhanging portion you have to take as a cantilever, and you have to find out what is the moment here. MCD. MCD. What is the moment MCD? Because this is 20 and this is 2. 20 into 2, and this is anti-clockwise direction. At the support C, the direction is anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise means this is negative. MCD is equal to minus 20 into 2. This is equal to minus 40 kilonewton meter. So these are the moments you got from the external loading. But here you have to find out also the moment due to the sinking of support B. You have to find out the moment due to the sinking of support B. Then you have to find out the relative stiffness of the members. Here you know for span AB the moment of inertia is I, and for span BC the moment of inertia is I. So what is the relative stiffness of the member AB? So this is your equal to I by L. KB is equal to KBA is equal to I by L, but L is given 4 meter, I by 4. Similarly, find out the relative stiffness of the member BC, but here the C support is overhanging. Here there is having the overhanging. So what is the relative stiffness of this member BC? So here you have to find out 3 by 4 I by L. You have to find out the modified relative stiffness of the member BC. If the end is simply supported or overhanging, so that case you have to find out the modified relative stiffness. So that is your equal to 3 by 4 into I by L. Here given I and L is given 6. 3 by 4 into I by 6. So this is the relative stiffness of the member AB. KB is equal to KBA is equal to I by 4. And for member BC, KBC is equal to KCB is equal to 3 by 4 into I by 6. So this is equal to I by 8. Then find out the relative stiffness of the joints. So here you find out the relative stiffness of joint B. The relative stiffness of joint B is equal to the relative stiffness of the member BA plus the relative stiffness of the member BC. KB is equal to KBA plus KBC. So but you know KBA is equal to I by 4 and KBC is equal to I by 8. I by 4 plus I by 8, this is equal to 3I by 8. So this is the relative stiffness of the joints. Then find out the distribution factor. Here you see when the end of the continuous beam is fixed. So what is the distribution factor here? Here the distribution factor is equal to 0. RAB is equal to 0. Then find out what is the distribution factor here, RBA. Then find out RBC. Then find out RCB. RCB, if the end is simply supported, so at that end the distribution factor is equal to 1. At the simply supported end, the distribution factor is equal to 1, and at the fixed end, the distribution factor is equal to 0. This is RAB, BC, AB, BA, BC, and CB. So RAB is equal to this is 0. Then RBA is equal to, what is the relative stiffness, what is the distribution factor of member BA? RBA is equal to KBA divided by KB. The distribution factor of the member BA is equal to the relative stiffness of the member BA divided by the relative stiffness of the joint B. So RBA is equal to KBA divided by KB. You know RBA is equal to KBA by KB, but KBA is equal to I by 4 divided by 3I by 8. So this is equal to 2 by 3. Similarly, find out to RBC. RBC is equal to KBC divided by KB. KBC by KB, this is equal to I by 8 divided by 3I by 8. This is equal to 1 by 3. Then RCB. RCB is equal to 1. If the end is simply supported, then you have to take the distribution factor is equal to 1. RCB is equal to 1 due to simply supported end. Then find out what is the piston moment due to translation of support B. Due to sinking of support B, find out what is the piston moments. Here you got the piston moments due to the external loading. Here you got the piston moment due to external loading, and due to sinking of support B also you have to find out what is the piston moment. Here you see, when you are considering the span AB, so B support is right side and A support is present left side. When you are considering span AB, B right side, A is left side. So here the B support sinking 10 mm downward direction. Support B sinks by 10 mm in downward direction with respect to A. So this case, what is the piston moment due to sinking of support? When the right support sinks by 10 mm with respect to the left support, so that case you have to take the piston moment. Here you see the span AB, when B support sinks downward with respect to A, so the moment you have to take negative. M dash AB is equal to minus 6EI delta by L square. You know that is due to the sinking of support. This is the moment. Already we have discussed in the fixed beam in last semester. So due to sinking of support, this is the moment developed. So M dash AB is equal to minus 6EI delta by L square. And here given E value and I value. So E value is given 200 into 10 to the power 6 and I is given 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 and delta is given 10 mm. So you have to convert to the meter, 10 mm. So when you will convert to the meter, so that you have to divide by 1000, 10, and here you have to divide by 1000, 10 by 1000, and L square. The length is, you know, that is 4 meter. So you take here into 4 square. So this is the M dash AB, minus 6 into 200 into 10 to the power 6 into 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 10 divided by 1000 into 4 square. So this is equal to minus 75 kilonewton meter. Similarly, M dash BA is also minus 75 kilonewton meter. Then consider span BC. Then consider span BC. This span. So when we are considering span BC, so here the B support present left side and C support present right side. So here the support B sink 10 mm in downward direction with respect to the right support, with respect to the right support. When the left support sinks by 10 mm with respect to the right support, then in that case you have to take the piston moment, that is your positive. Span BC, B sinks downward with respect to C, so the moment you have to take positive. M dash BC is equal to plus 6EI delta by L square. Plus, this is you have to take 6 into 200 into 10 to the power 6 into 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 10 divided by 1000 into 6 square. So this is equal to plus 33.33 kilonewton meter. That is M dash BC is equal to M dash CB is equal to plus 33.33 kilonewton meter. So this is the moments, this is the piston moments due to the translation of support B or the sinking of support B. This is the moment. M dash AB, M dash BA minus 75 kilonewton meter. Then M dash BC and M dash CB, this is plus 33.33 kilonewton meter. Then you take the sum of the fixed end moments. Here you got the fixed end moments due to the external loading, and here you got the moment due to the sinking of support or due to the translation of support B. Then take the sum of these two moments. So you find out this in tabular form. First you draw the continuous beam, then below the support draw the vertical line. Below the support A, B and C draw the vertical line. Then make rectangular block just in corresponding column A, then B, this is right, this is left, then C, this is left and this is right. That is AB. Here you put what is the distribution factor you got. That distribution factor you put in the rectangular block. So you got the distribution factor RAB 0. So here you put, and you got the distribution factor RBA 2/3. Here you put. Then you got the distribution factor for BC RBC. This is 1/3. Here you put. Then the distribution factor RCB. This is 1. This is 1. So first you put the distribution factor. Then you know the fixed end moment due to loading. Already you got the fixed end moment due to loading. That is the MFAB minus 20, then MFBA plus 20, then MFBC minus 30, and MFCB plus 30, and MCD minus 40. Already you got here. This is MFAB minus 20, MFBA plus 20, MFBC minus 30, MFCB plus 30, MCD minus 40. These are the moments, fixed end moments due to loading. Here you know the fixed end moment due to translation of support B. Here you put, this is M dash AB minus 75, M dash BA is also minus 75. This is M dash AB and M dash BA minus 75. Similarly, here put M dash BC and M dash CB. M dash BC you got here 33.33, and also this is equal to M dash CB 33.33. 33.33. So take the sum of these moments. Take the sum of these two fixed end moments. That is the fixed end moment due to the external loading and fixed end moment due to the translation of support B. Here, what is the sum? The total fixed end moment is equal to, this is minus 20, this is minus 75. So this is minus 95, and here this is 20 minus 75. So what is the sum? Minus 55, and here this is minus 30, and this is plus 33.33. So what is the summation? Plus 3.33, and here this is 30, and here this is 33.33, 63.33, and here the moment is minus 40, minus 40. So this is the total fixed end moment. Then what is the next step? If the end support is simply supported or overhanging, so first you balance that simply supported end or overhanging end, because you know at overhanging end what is the moment. You know what is the moment, because here you see this is the moment minus 40 this side. So this side also the moment will come plus 40. Then this will be balanced. But if the end is simply supported, so that case you know what is the moment here? 0. At the simply supported end, the moment is 0. So first you have to balance the simply supported end or overhanging end first. So this support you have to balance. Here you see this is minus 40 and this is plus 63.33. So first you go for the balance of the support C. First you go for the balance of C, then carry over to the other end. What is the unbalanced moment here? What is the unbalanced moment at support C? Because here you see this is 63.33 and this side the moment is minus 40. So what is the unbalanced moment here? 63.33 minus 40. So this is your equal to plus 23.33. Plus 23.33 is the unbalanced moment at support C. And this moment you have to distribute by multiplying with the distribution factor. But here you see this is the distribution factor. So this is the unbalanced or net moment that you have to multiply with this distribution factor. The unbalanced or the net moment that you have to multiply with the distribution factor, and you have to put here in opposite sign. Here you got this is plus 23.33 into 1, but here you have to balance by opposite sign, minus 23.33. Then the carryover of this moment to the other end, carryover of this moment to the other end. So here you got this is minus 23.33 balanced. Then take the carryover to the other end. So what is the half of the moment that you have to carry over to the other end of the same member? So here this is minus 11.67. Here you see, so this is balanced because this is 63.33 and this is minus 23.33. So what is the total moment here? Plus 40, and this is minus 40. So this is balanced. And this is the carryover. Again, you draw one line here, horizontal line. Then you take what is the moment? Take the total distributed moment here. Total distributed moment means you have to take the, here this is minus 95. Take here right minus 95. This is minus 55. Here you write minus 55. And here these two moments you have to write. This is 3.33 and this is minus 11.67. So what is the total moment? This is minus 8.34. And here this is plus 40 and this is minus 40. This is already balanced. So here there is no need to carry over this side further. Then again you have to go for the balance of the support B and support A. This support is already balanced here. Then the remaining support that you have to balancing and carry over of the remaining support. Here you take this is A support and this is B support. So at B support, so what is the moment? Here this is the moment. Here this side is your minus 55. And this side, this is minus 88.34. Minus 55 minus 8.34. So what is the net moment here? Minus 55 minus 8.34. So this total moment, this moment that you have to multiply with this distribution factor, you have to put this side. This moment you have to put, you have to multiply with this 2 by 3 and you have to put here. This moment is your negative, so you have to balance by positive sign. Positive sign. Similarly, what is the net unbalanced moment here? That you have to multiply with this 1 by 3 and you have to put here in opposite side. Because this total is your negative, so you have to balance by positive sign. Then here, this is the moment minus 95 into distribution factor and this is 0. Then you have to go for the carryover of this moment. Carryover. Here this moment will carry over to the fixed end. This moment is carry over to this end. And here there is no need to carry over the moment to the end of this member because already this is balanced. Here this moment will carry over, this is 42.23 and half of this moment will carry over to this side 21.12. And here the moment is 0 and here this will carry over 0. Then after carry over, then again you go for the balance. So here 21.12 into 0, 0 and this is 0, 0 into 2 by 3, 0 and this side also 0 into 2 by 1 by 3, 0, all are 0. Then you have to take the sum of all the moments. You start from this because this is the total distributed moment minus 95 plus 21.12. Then what is the moment, the sum of these two moments? Minus 73.88. And here this is minus 55 and this is plus 42.23 and what is the sum? Minus 12.77 and here minus 8.34 and plus 21.11. So what is the moment here? Plus 12.77. Always you have to check adjoint. So the sum of the moments should be 0. Here you got this side minus 12.77 and this side you got plus 12.77. So the sum is equal to 0. And here also this is already balanced. This side is your plus 40 and this side is minus 40. You write here plus 40 and minus 40. So these are the final moment. When there is the sinking of support B takes place. So this case you have to take the fixed end moment due to the external loading and also you have to take the fixed end moment due to the translation of support B. and you have to take the sum of these moments, then you have to go for the balancing and the carryover of the moment. So these are the final moment. MAB is equal to minus 73.88 kilonewton meter, MBA is equal to minus 12.77 kilonewton meter, MBC is equal to plus 12.77 kilonewton meter, MCB is equal to plus 40 kilonewton meter, MCD is equal to minus 40 kilonewton meter. These are the final moments. So after getting the final moment, then you can draw the bending moment diagram. So for bending moment diagram, first you have to give the direction of the moment, because here you got this is minus 73.88. So what is the direction? So this is anti-clockwise direction. This is the direction, anti-clockwise. And here you got this is minus 12.77 negative. So here also you have to take anti-clockwise. This is, and here you got this is plus 12.77, that you have to give clockwise. Then here you got plus 40, this is clockwise, and here you got minus 40, this is anti-clockwise. So these are the direction of the moment. So after knowing the direction of the moment, then you can draw the bending moment diagram. Then also you can draw the shear force diagram. So for shear force, you have to take the individual span AB and the span BCD, and you have to find out what is the reaction at A and B, RA and RB1, and for BCD you have to find out the reaction at RB2 and RC. Then after getting reaction RB1 and RB2, you have to find out what is the total reaction at B, RB1 plus RB2. Then after knowing the reaction RA, RB and RC, then you can find out what is the shear force at a different position. Then after knowing the shear force at different position, then you can draw the shear force diagram. So this is the complete analysis of the continuous beam when the sinking of any one support takes place. Now all are clear how to determine the moments when sinking of support takes place.